in its more extreme form, says that there may or may not be a world outside of your head. Whatever the case is, you cannot describe it in a way that's anything more than relative to your description or your vantage point. So you could argue, I mean, this is painting with a very broad brush, that the roots of sort of modern relativism or constructivism, whatever you want to call it, are laid in the 14th century, right before the Reformation. And in many ways, Luther was schooled by these nominalists. He didn't gulp down all hook, line, and sinker, but he attributes some of his analytical powers to what he learned at the University of Erfurt. Nominalism isn't all that bad, but if you take it as a sort of an assumption about the nature of the world and so on, then it's
like postmodernism.
Postmodernism, I think, in many ways is just sort of the tail end of nominalism.
Right? Isn't that funny?
I think so.
That's crazy.
I might be wrong.
So frequently, though, people don't know this at all. I would say nobody knows this was a conversation. Right? I mean, I think that's America, right? Yeah. Everything pre the iPhone, they were just dumb. With this racism, all these things, like so dumb. Medieval times, that's actually a running joke, right? Oh, you go back to medieval. You want things back to medieval times? Some people are like, yeah, actually, that.
I tell you what, I can't. So I used to teach medieval history in California, and Scott Keith and his son Caleb like to accuse me of being a Thomist, a closet Thomist, and I am no Thomist. But the stuff that people like Thomas Aquinas thought of and did was profound, profoundly influential. And I dare say most of these so-called smart people, whether they're at Harvard or sitting behind a desk with an iPhone in one hand and a finger in the nose on the other hand, they can't even come close to thinking on the level that a Thomas Aquinas or a William Bachman or a Provost or whoever. So, and the medieval period is a very long period too, 1,000 years. You've all, I assume, been to Europe or you've ever seen the pictures? Those cathedrals they built? I mean, without cranes and things like that, there's no way they're stupid people. And those people, it was in those times that those people, even way back in the so-called Dark Ages and the Middle Ages, were able to keep other civilizations or empires at bay. There's an old Enlightenment historian named Edward Gibbon who wrote The Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire, and he makes the point that had these kind of knuckle-dragging thugs from France, the Carolingians, a guy Charles Martel in particular, not stopped the advance of Islam into France in 732, we'd all be speaking Arabic today. Now that's hyperbole,